Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. Happy Saturday. I had to push this live back twice, okay? Because one, I did not feel well, and two, I could not figure out which picture to use for a thumbnail, but I got a thumbnail together nonetheless. I still want to probably add some stuff to it later on. But again, happy Saturday, happy weekends, happy most people are on break until January 5th and stuff like that. Okay, please make sure to do me one or two favors by liking this video and also by making sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Okay, I had to put my hair up in a bun because my hair was crazy. I was going to have it out, but I said, girl, no. Now, if you have not already liked the video, if you have not already subscribed, again, please make sure to do that. If you do not know, there's other content up. So go watch any video that you have not already looked at and whatnot. But today there are a few things to get into. It's a lot of crazy news, like regular people stuff and whatnot that we're gonna get into. Okay, you know, Wendy court case, the update in that, Tory being a complete jerk and whatever. Some Porsha little chit chat, some Megan Stallion chit chat, y'all Ray. When I tell you, I could not find a good picture of Ray J's. I had to use Ray J's head and Suge Knight's body, okay? Because Suge Knight happened to be a picture of Suge Knight in his prison suit, and again, Ray J up there being charged, and he should be in prison. So I said, girl, use Suge Knight's prison picture and just put Ray J's head on it and let that be that. I said, I can't find no good picture of him in color. He always in black or in white. And I'm like, I wanted a, greenish, yellowish, orangish theme or whatever. I gotta add, I think, Evelyn Lozada to my thumbnail because we're also going to get into her getting chin checked by Laura Govan, I believe it was. But yeah, okay. I am cute. Let me get on camera. I'll be forgetting sometimes. I have to also be on camera, y'all. I'll be forgetting sometimes. Hello to everyone. I got on my petty sweatshirt because I wore it out the house today and everybody liked it. I went to the post office. I made it up at the store. I went and got me a sandwich and I came home to get some rest. Okay, and I got some lipstick on today. Mm-hmm. Is it off on the one side, child? I don't know. Anyway, I hope everyone had a great work week. We're gonna all have a great weekend. Okay. And yeah. Okay. I like my thumbnail. I had to finagle some things. Okay. I had to figure out how to make it look cohesive. Okay. That's what's funny. When I was like, that looked like Ray just in jail. It looks like that's where he's supposed to be. And a part of me feel like it is where he is supposed to be. Okay. And good child look. I was just like, sir, go sit down some damn where. Anyway, hello to y'all who are here live. Hello to those who end up watching the replay. I appreciate both. It is a Saturday evening. Okay. I probably won't be live tomorrow, but I will be live probably Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because I'm off work and I'll be at home. So my lives from now until the 5th will be earlier because I won't have to be getting off work. So I have earlier lives, in the afternoon time before 9 p.m. or whatever. So do not say I did not warn you. Okay. But I appreciate y'all for being here. Okay, so hello to those. Okay, separate the outfit is just fine. Because Ray J is supposed to be in some kind of suit. A prison suit, a straight jacket suit, a jumpsuit that leads to prison suits. It all feels like it's what Ray J needs. Okay. But hello to y'all. And I want to go ahead and get this sharing my screen. Because even though it is a weekend, I still want to go and enjoy the rest of my evening. Okay. And if you do not know, I'm live. You cannot blame me. You have to blame you of the tube. Okay. Because they be playing with the algorithm. Okay. Now, I tried to make all the stuff make sense because I was scrolling stuff and finding this and finding that. And I tried to put stuff in some kind of order. Okay. So we're going to hope and pray and hope that everything works out for the best. Now, y'all know we always start with regular stories around the world and okay. If I could have found an orange straight jacket, I would have used it. But I was trying to quickly, because even though I canceled the live yesterday because my uterus is uterusing, okay? My uterus is malfunctioning and it's just child messing up everything. So I canceled yesterday's live and I scheduled it for today at 5. Okay, now 4:30, I said I don't have any energy. Okay, push it to 6. And then I started on a thumbnail at 5:45. But if I would have took more time to get my thumbnail together, and if I could have thought about, just look for a straight jacket picture, put Ray J's head on it, okay? But what's funny is when I Googled Ray J in orange, for some reason, the picture of Suge Knight also showed up in the search. And so I said, well, I guess that was God's way of saying, just put Ray J into Suge Knight's shoes. It's gonna probably happen any damn way. Let's start with I wish this is how our government ran because some people need their hair pulled up in the Congress. Okay, child of folks around there in Mexico City, Mexico, they up there fighting. I said, now what is y'all doing? What is going on? Now, who's the leader? Who's running the show? I'm not, girl. What is this illegal? Do all of these people work there? How are y'all, child? Marjorie Taylor Greene? I swear to God, okay, if we were able to act like this at our sessions of Congress, I would have just hoped and prayed somebody yanked her and just shook around a little bit. Okay, there are many people up in Congress who need a good shaking around. Okay, to shake, or whatever. Yeah, grabs me, and don't punch nobody in the face. Okay, but if you have to do some hair pulling, some shoving, a little, just a little bit, I don't see no issue. I don't. Because we strong around here. And I can just tell that on any given Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, someone would have been headbutting, okay, shaking around Marjorie Taylor Greene. And some of them white men. Okay, I just saying. So look, it's a video from the chamber shows lawmakers shoving, yelling, and pulling each other's hair at the podium. I say up and deliberating and debating. Okay, and it's debauchery is what it is. Okay, it was about a plan to eliminate the city transparency agency, the office responsible for making government information public and keeping the officials accountable. Somebody like we don't want anyone to know what we have going on the inside, so nothing should be transparent. Okay, we don't want them knowing that we up here fussing and fighting and pulling hair and cussing. Bitch, fuck you and your man. I don't care. Don't tell me what to do, Marjorie. Leave me alone, heifer. Your bad body, bitch. It would have been a whole thing, okay? So they round there acting a plum the fool. Okay. Now they said the fight forced a temporary suspension of the session. When it resumed, the lawmakers walked out, leaving the rest to approve the plan to replace the transparency agency. Now I was like, tell this bitch to move. She in my way. Move, ho. I'm telling you not get out. Good look. Just move. And why your hand on me? Get off me. Okay, get off. I'm telling you, child, I'm waiting. Ooh, I've been waiting for this. Is what I would say each and every time. Okay, but we don't do that here. We may cuss each other out and be real rude, okay? But I don't believe it's ever led to an actual physical altercation, any grabbing of the peoples or whatever, any TikTok girl. I said, what are y'all doing? Okay, what? Stop doing dumb shit on cameras, okay? It's gonna catch up to you. Amazon people. Okay, I need everybody who deliver anything to anyone to know 9 times out of 10 the house you going to or their neighbor has a ring camera or some kind of camera recording whatever it is you are doing, okay? And they say hide your pets, okay? Amazon delivery driver caught stealing the lady's cats from her front door. I said, did you want the cat that bad? Now, what the cat? Did you go looking for the cat? It ain't the cats are scared. They can scratch you. Okay. But I'm like, why are you up here? Oh, that's stealing. Yeah. Kitty cat. Is it snatchy? So you don't snatch the cat up? Because if you go to someone's house and see a cat, it probably mean the cat live there. Even if the cat don't live there, I don't think you should just take the cat. That's called catnapping. Okay. It's really why would you do that? Okay, child, and then drag the you drug the cat. Now you drug that cat across the yard. A woman in Lakewood, California, once answered after saying the Amazon delivery driver shot a cat. Okay, it was caught on the camera around here, the Ring camera. It showed the girl walking up, hey kitty, 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 and then she pet the cat. The cat called Piper. Okay, picked the cat up and then left. I was like, now why are you stealing? Call, let me find Rocky. Let me find him.
This ain't stealing. This ain't stealing.
That's exactly stealing, Rocky. Okay, you walked up to someone else's property and stole the cat. Okay, you stole Piper and took her away. Okay, the owners, I thought he was just petting her for a second, but yeah, I had to rewatch it a couple times because it's hard to see. It's dark outside. He doesn't carry her very nicely because he just child like a little rag doll, like just carry the thing and just. Now, why would you do that? This gonna drag the cat away? That's not nice. That cat is probably hurt right now. The neck hurt, the tail hurt. You just dragging the cat away to your Amazon car. It's probably animal cruelty. Then just hand the cat up. Child, what is wrong with y'all? Okay. Tail just a wagging. Anyway, it's saying Amazon told her they identified the driver but have been unable to reach him. Okay, you stole a cat and quit your job. Now, why would you do that? Can't you get a cat for free at like the Humane Society? Because if you work for Amazon, stole a cat, and now Amazon can't reach you, you're a thief. Mm-hmm. You up at catnapping. Okay, why you catnapping people? Now, I seen this story and I said, now who did this? Okay. Now, freaky meetup gone wrong. Okay, a man was fatally shot after his girlfriend, set up a play date with him and another man during for a swingers website. I was like, now why would that happen? I don't think that's how.
Led to a deadly shooting at a Savannah apartment complex on Thanksgiving weekend. In court this afternoon, investigators say the shooting stems from a play date coordinated on an adult swingers website.
Now, when adults have play dates, that's fucking. Okay? Well, most adults have play dates at their house. That's code for having sex.
Or Mr. Alfonso Warner?
Yes, ma'am.
Alfonso Warner appearing in court for a preliminary hearing on murder and aggravated assault charges, all stemming from the November 29th deadly shooting at the MAA Benton apartment complex on Benton Boulevard. Detectives claim the shooting happened after adults met on a swingers site.
If you meet on a swingers site, you should just be swinging. Okay? And if you meet someone on a swingers website, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Now, you should not be forced to do something you don't want to do. But if you meet up with a man and a woman, it's a possibility the man may want to engage as well. Okay? If you don't want to engage with a man and it has not been strict rules and regulations and guidelines and bylaws that say, hey, well, the two men ain't doing nothing. Okay, we gonna just please the lady. If you don't specify that beforehand, you can probably assume the man gonna want you to touch him.
It's called the SBC Swingers Lifestyle. That stands for Seek, Discover, and Connect.
Detectives say the victim, 48-year-old Arthur Gaynor, died after he was shot in the stomach. His girlfriend called 911 as she drove him to the hospital. When police met her at her vehicle, she explained what happened.
She had been texting him. She had met up with him before, and she knew his name was Alfonso.
She even used the swinger site to help police identify him.
She took it a step further and signed in online to the account where she initially met him and showed me pictures of him.
The girlfriend told police she asked Alfonso if she could bring Arthur.
She asked if she could bring what you would call in quotation a playmate. So basically a friend. He advised that was okay.
The girlfriend said,
so if she asked you, could I bring an extra penis? Or did you not know it was a penis?
They arrived at the apartment around 1:30 in the morning.
They were basically inside, partying, drinking, having a good time.
And sometime during that gathering, the girlfriend said Arthur felt disrespected.
He's talking a lot, he's talking stuff. We should just go, let's end the party. So they decided to begin to put on their clothes, and as they put on his clothes, she advised that Alfonso comes from out of the room, what she believes is the room, and shoots him.
Now, what led to a deadly shooting?
So was it a threesome? I feel like you met someone on a swingers website, okay? Hey, me and you can meet up. I'm gonna bring a partner, okay? You get there with the partner's a man. Y'all sitting around there drinking and socializing without no clothes on. Okay, a calm, peaceful night, and then the boyfriend gets shot. Look, I don't know what happened. I don't know. And then the news story doesn't really fill it in for me either, because I'm like, who was having sex?
Shooting at a Savannah apartment complex on Thanksgiving weekend. In court this afternoon, investigators say the shooting stems from a
Because at some point the woman told police her boyfriend, the victim, okay, began to feel disrespected, would let her to suggest we should leave, okay, as the couple started getting dressed to go, okay. The shooter came out of the room and shot the man in the stomach. Why would y'all clothes off? Where your clothes at? Because I'm like, and what was the disrespect? Because you go somewhere to meet a man to fuck you and or your girlfriend. Where, I mean, child, this do not go to threesomes if you can't figure out how to threesome. Okay, threesomes are not made for everyone. Everyone can't handle what comes with it. You should never go to a threesome and come home dead. Okay, you just should not. So the suspect was 40-year-old Alfonso Warner. The dead person is 48-year-old Arthur Gaynor. And then the girlfriend is just out here somewhere with a dead boyfriend. And the guy is charged with murder and aggravated assault. Did you beat him up too? So did you beat somebody up? And girl, don't y'all be out here threesoming. Okay, it's just not smart. It's not a smart thing to do. Case in point, this man right here, I think I discussed him when this first happened. So he was accused of and charged with using his blood as a weapon. Why? Because he's HIV positive. And while he was in the hospital, okay, getting some care because of some diabetes issues, he decided to throw his blood on the hospital staff in their eyes. Now, anyone should know if you have a deadly disease, okay, that is transmitted through blood and through, bodily fluids being exchanged, and you throw your bodily fluids on another person, you tried to kill me. You tried to give me a deadly disease, okay? Now, ain't nobody, look, you can live a long time with the HIV, okay? However, that don't mean I want it, okay? Now, the man was 25 at the time. Okay, his name is Cameron Gilchrist. Okay, he pled guilty to 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon because he pulled an IV from his arm and intentionally sprayed his blood into the eye of 2 hospital employees. First of all, I would have beat him up. Okay, we fighting. Okay, all up and through because, sir, you had the I and the V. Okay, and you purposely pulled out your IV to spray us with your blood. I need to beat you up. So he was sentenced, y'all, to 91 days in jail. Now, he was already in jail, so he was credited for 91 days and got out. I don't think anybody who purposefully sprays infected blood on people should get 3 months in prison. Okay, that to me should be attempted murder. Okay, because what if I have a compromised immune system and you then infect me with the HIV and maybe all of the meds or whatever else can't save my life? You tried to kill me by spraying me with infected blood of a deadly disease. Okay, 90 days, who is the judge? So you happen to see this man somewhere, bitch, fun. Okay, he's a killer. He tried to kill people all up and through. Remember the white people at that concert who got caught cheating? Mm-hmm. Fully caught slipping. Now, the lady, and the weird thing about it was, I feel like we heard a lot about the man when all this happened. Him, his wife, and whatever, and how he lost the job, blah, blah, blah. We didn't really hear much from the lady. And so Kristen Cabot, okay, was caught on Coldplay Kiss Cam with her married boss. Okay. speaks out. Because why? Because she feels guilty now. Okay. So she stepped up to share her story months after the viral video featured her and her boss, Andy Byron. Okay. In her first interview, she said, "Hey, I didn't mean to do it. I'm sorry." She told the New York Times that the incident cost her job and subjected her to months of public scrutiny, harassment, and threats. Now, why would y'all threaten her? Did the wife threaten you? Because what did you? Who threatened you? Didn't be threatening people. Okay. Now she said, "I made a bad decision and had a couple of high noons and danced and acted inappropriately with my boss." Okay. And it's not nothing. I took accountability and I gave up my career for that. That's the price I chose to pay. Mm. I definitely thought he was a good looking guy and had that thought of, if I didn't work here, mm, 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 mm. Okay. So, look, it say both of them were in marital separation at the time. But even this be the thing, even if you are both legally separated, I just wonder if you're both, in a separation of sorts, why y'all up at the concert together in the first place? And then you gonna duck and dodge. It's just for what? Okay, either live fully in separation or nah. But for her to say, "Well, I made a bad decision. I was drunk. I was drinking. Got too freaky with my boss." I don't care how drunk I am. I never would be like, "Hey, that's my boss. Hey, you know what, boss? We should canoodle." And we should no. You usually have been canoodling already before you got to this point, because no one gets drunk and then just starts to want to get frisky out the blue at a public event with their boss. No, y'all have been privately canoodling before that. Okay. So again, but she lost her job, child. She's embarrassed, but I was in drunk. Just drunk. Well, have fun with that. Okay. Don't be drunk no more. Now this happened here in Michigan, because of crazy shit happens there too. It says Michigan man received a 3.5 year to 20-year sentence after lighting a man on fire while on why? First of all, lighting people on fire can't be a prank. Okay. Talking about, I'm sorry. It was a prank gone wrong. You can't prank somebody by trying to set them on fire. Okay? That's just stupid. It was back in February at a Detroit home. Green and the victim, Adrian Trimble, were hanging out with their friends when Trimble kept falling asleep. See, I don't play those whoever go asleep. We kind of prank them. If I'm asleep, bitch, let me sleep. Okay? Don't prank me. Maybe crumble some cookies on my shirt. Oh, I don't know. But don't do nothing that could harm me. Okay? Trimble said that while he was asleep, his friends kept waking him up by throwing pieces of burning tissue and paper towels on him, eventually waking him up and got some flames. Now, why would you set anything on fire and toss it on? What
part was the prank?
Lighting the tissue was the prank. Never set them on fire. I never set them on fire.
Lighting the tissue. Wait. I'm going to make it quick. Lighting the tissue and doing what with the tissue?
Just lighting the tissue on fire.
And what did you do with the tissue?
Set it on them.
Set it on. So the setting on was the prank?
Yes.
1-year-old man sentenced.
Now you want to tell the judge, "Why I didn't set him on fire, Judge? I didn't light him on fire. I lit a paper on fire, okay? And then I put the paper on him, and the paper set him on fire. Not me, Judge. The paper did it." I was like, "What?" No, I didn't shoot him, Judge. No, I didn't shoot him. I put the bullet in the gun, you know what I'm saying? And then I pulled the trigger, but the gun shot him, not me. I just put the gun in the bullet in the gun. It's like, you can't know. That's not, no.
For lighting a Pontiac man on fire while streaming it live on Facebook. It's a story you've been following.
Which means you have live streamed your confession for the prosecution.
Since February, the victim survived and appeared in court to confront his attacker. Let's get live to Fox News' Scott Wolchek with more on today's sentencing. Scott.
Hey, Roop. Yeah, you know what? This was an extremely big deal because this is one where Joseph Green, the man who was charged with this crime, he's going away for 3.5 to 20 years in prison. Now,
he should, because that's not even a prank. It's not even funny. Even if what if not only I caught on fire and I died, okay, because I'm on fire, the whole house catch on fire. Now y'all dead, okay? Even if you just burn my shirt, why the fuck you burn my shirt?
the victim, Adrian Trimble. I talked with him, and one thing to keep in mind, this sentencing was supposed to happen around Thanksgiving. We were in court and going through a few other sentencings, but the stress of this entire thing caused poor Mr. Trimble to have a medical episode where he had to be taken to the hospital, and this thing was postponed until today. So it's pretty amazing to see him able to take the stand and confront the man who so let's talk about this. Happened back in February. Basically, Trimble says that he was at a friend's house, fell asleep. And he kept on waking up from people throwing burning paper towels at him.
Now, first of all, if I'm at someone's house, you have one time to wake me up with some weird ass shit, I'm going on. I'm not going to go back to sleep. If I wake up one time because you threw a flaming piece of paper on me, first of all, we're finna fight. You want to squabble. Okay? I'm not going to fall back asleep.
And at some point, this was being Facebook Live. He had alcohol poured on him. And eventually...
Do y'all not know that alcohol is flammable? So you poured liquor on that. Y'all do know why people make the Molotov cocktails, because the liquor bottle has liquor in it and liquor is flammable. So you poured liquor on the boy, with a man, and then threw stuff on fire, girl.
Actually, Green is accused of lighting him on fire. This poor guy suffered third-degree burns all over his body. He was in the hospital for over a month. So
who can I sue? Okay, who house will we at? Okay, homeowners insurance, idiot insurance. Who can I sue? This man deserved to do the 20 years because that is stupidity. Okay. Now he said he's already been in jail for a year. He could be released within the next year. Okay, they don't know because it's 3 to 5 years, but he probably got a chance for parole. He should not be paroled. That you knowingly set someone on fire and you're blaming it as a prank. No. Keep your ass in the prisons. Okay? Stay around there. Sharon, is his name Sharon, y'all? What's his name pronounced? I keep forgetting. They released his mugshot. Okay, you know, the football coach here from Michigan who was arrested for breaking into his mistress's house. And the only reason I'm showing this is because I'm like, sir, how hard were you crying? His eyes are bloodshot red. Okay, he had been crying. Maybe was he high? Was he drinking? Was he drunk? I don't know. But his mugshot to me shows you cry too much, sir. It wasn't that serious, sir. Okay, you put yourself in a predicament and got arrested, and his mugshot to me, I don't feel bad for him at all. Okay, but you look stupid. You look dumb. Okay, and I need everyone to know that if you are cheating on your spouse and having an affair with your employee, okay, and you get fired for that, don't go over there. Okay, look at his mugshot and realize it's not worth it. Stupid. It is dumb shit. Okay. Oh, I saw this on social media. I was like, what's going on? It was a lady who allegedly kidnapped her daughter back in 1983. I was 1 year old. Okay. I said, now you a kidnapper? Or was the daddy abusive?
I move forward and learn my family and learn my history and who I am.
A Louisville woman reunited with her family decades after her disappearance. Melissa Newton's mother faces charges tonight for abducting her daughter. Deborah Lee Newton appeared in a Jefferson County courtroom 2 weeks after her arrest in Florida. Only DeAndrea Turner sat down today with Melissa and family members who never gave up. DeAndrea?
That's right, Vicki. Tonight, what was once a cold case became a warm reunion.
Now, again, I still wonder, because the mama took the daughter was 3 at the time. She left with the daughter. The dad never knew where they went, for 40 years. The mama had been remarried or whatever. And when I kept seeing the body cam footage of her being arrested, child, and the police rolled up and they're like, "Oh, what you doing here? Oh, they're coming for you, Sharon. They want you, Sharon." And she said, "No, they don't." Yes, they did, because she kidnapped her child, over 40 years ago.
Story is about reuniting, forgiveness, and moving forward.
She's always been in our heart. I can't explain that moment moment, walking in and get to put my arms back around my daughter.
43 years of waiting.
And it's hard to look at her as an adult when I last seen her, she was a 3-year-old.
For an emotional reunion with his missing daughter, Michelle. We spoke to Joe Newton in 1986 about the case.
Wouldn't you want your child?
That's crazy. So that's him then. 43 years ago, when the daughter was first missing. Again, I'm like, was the mama trying to escape a crazy husband? Because he old now, but he wasn't old back then. So I'm like, why did she kidnap the child?
Back at least to see her grow up, or to help her.
In 1983, Joe and his wife Deborah were planning to move to Georgia. Deborah left early with their daughter Michelle, but when Joe arrived, they were gone. And for more than 4 decades, there were no answers.
I've missed them so much, and I didn't even know if she was alive.
A Crime Stoppers tip cracked this case this year, leading to Deborah's arrest in Florida and her first court appearance in Jefferson County on Monday.
For an individual to have the courage to come up and say, "I saw this. This is, I believe, who you're looking for." You are helping a victim and a victim's family so much.
2 weeks ago, Michelle came home from work to police at her door, saying the unthinkable.
You're not who you think you are. You're a missing person. You're Michelle Marie Newton.
In one moment, she went from an only child to discovering an entire family waiting for her. When she and her father finally met, Joe was on the porch waiting.
I wouldn't trade that moment for anything. It was,
No.
Now, I hope the mama was a good mama. You know what I'm saying? I hope the daughter didn't have like this horrible, crazy life. But I still feel like, a parent kidnapping a child, and because again, she changed the girl's name. And it feels like the lady also was not around her own family. Like she completely left, changed the names, had a whole new life in a whole new state, and no one knew. No one knew.
just like I seen her when she was first born. It was like an angel.
And even with her life upended, her response wasn't anger.
My intention is to support them both through this and try to navigate and help them both just wrap it up so that we can all heal. And hopefully, there's just apologies and start healing.
Starting a new chapter of forgiveness and moving forward.
And it's still, now, Mike, I love my mama. So, but I feel like the fact that she changed the girl's name and she disappeared too is weird for me. But again, the girl is not, she got her daddy back or whatever. It's going to be a whole thing. But don't try to don't be kidnapping kids and stuff for 40 damn years. Okay, that's not fair because the kid grows up and their whole life is like a lie because you are hiding. Well, we really escaped your daddy because he wasn't shit, or just I don't like your dad no more, and I didn't want you to go with him, so I just took you. So I'm girl, just don't be kidnapping people. It's weird. The stores are being different these days. Okay, I don't do a lot of returns when I be shopping or whatever. I'll be kind of minding my business. It says several major retailers are updating their policies for returning things this holiday season, adding fees for certain returns, mainly for items shopped, shipped back online. Now I feel like, why is it a return fee? Like, why? What if someone sent me a gift, I didn't want it, or I just changed my mind? Now, Marshall, TJ Maxx, Macy's, JCPenney, and now J. Crew are now charging a return shipping fee that ranges from $7.50 to $11.99. The fees will be deducted from the refunds. Many stores to allow free in-store returns. But if you are mailing first of all, no, I want all my money. Didn't I pay for the shipping in the first place? So before y'all go buying stuff, remember, if you have to ship it back, it will charge you an extra fee because they not shit. Just saying. I seen this and I thought it was stupid. It says the AI singer is a Zania? I don't know. The Monet lady, okay, addresses Kalani and Jermaine Dupri. How the fuck is AI addressing me, a human? So I don't even know why anyone put this around here. Because what's the point? It's weird to me. I don't know why anyone would do that. I really feel like this AI stuff is going too far, in my opinion. I feel like no one should be reporting on get what the AI said. It's like, I don't care. It's not even real. It doesn't make any sense. So why should I care? So whoever the lady is who run the AI lady, and
funny how you went to the media first, talking about my pen like you know my work.
They should have never gave anybody AI. Okay, it's fake. No one should be able to do that. Just stop it. Cut it the fuck out completely. Now I gotta get some water. So 1, make sure y'all have liked the video, and then 2, I will be right back.
Just want to move forward and learn my faith.
And we are back, and I have my walker. Who I want to get into? We'll get some congratulations out the way for the people. Okay. We want to say congrats to Keith Lee. You know, Keith Lee is a social media influencer. He is a food critic who we all love around here. Who he's only been on, you know, he's gotten popular over the past few years, but I feel like if anybody deserves the celebration that he's getting is Keith Lee. Keith, well, he won the Creator of the Year award over at TikTok. Now he has millions of followers on his social media platforms. He get millions of views and deals and all those things. However, I feel like he's one of the most authentic influencers, because I don't feel like it's like a gimmick for him. I think that's why he's so successful at what he does and whatnot. So congrats to Keith Lee. I'm not gonna play no audio because I don't know if the audio is going to flag. But congrats to Keith Lee. He also made a post, with him and his wife. Ronnie, I love Ronnie as well, because Ronnie is also on social media too. Again, he won the Creator of the Year. He's a Creator of the Year with Wife of the Year. He said, I genuinely didn't think we was going to win. I'm blessed beyond words, not only for the award itself, but to be able to say I did something I told myself 5 years ago that I would do, and that's conquer my social anxiety. And I think I can say I'm doing just that. Thank you for every single person on this journey with me, and I will never forget why we're doing this. They're also having a food festival in 2026. Keith has been very, very vocal about his social anxiety and how, because if you watched him before, when he was in the little paw chip, he was in the car, there has been a change where you can see that he's a little bit more comfortable talking and being around people, where before you could tell there was always a very much present anxiety feel to how he was. So I think him, kind of crawling out of his comfort zone and stepping out of the box, and doing what he does, I think is great. And I love how much he in always incredibly includes Ronnie and whatever he's doing. You rarely will see either of them like by themselves. They're always together. They're a unit. And he's from here too. Okay, I think she is as well. But again, it's just a great thing to see, him be celebrated or whatever. I think like him, Kevin on stage, I like a lot. I also love Tabitha Brown, and whatnot. So I love, influencers who have this. Also, Mel Mitchell. She's someone else that I love. But I love seeing just genuine people winning. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing to see. Okay. So congrats to Keith Lee for him winning the Creator of the Year award, to him and also his wife Ronnie. And even I like how he's now becoming Sheep and Cali. Okay, Sheep and Cali. But even now you can kind of see him being more free spirited. Him expressing himself more, him letting loose a little bit more as he probably gets more comfortable, which is, being, around people and whatnot. So congrats to him. Also congrats to Pete Davidson. He and his girlfriend, I think it's Elsie Hewitt, welcomed their first child together. He's a father. I like Pete Davidson. So congrats to them on their baby girl. What's her name? Her name is Scotty Rose Hewitt Davidson. Okay. Baby girl. Okay. Babies are a blessing. Okay. And we have to say, blessings to the baby. So yeah, congrats to him and the mother around here. Now some foolish. I also want to touch on, congrats as well. I forgot to Charlamagne the God. Now I said, how the hell this happened? So Charlamagne has signed a 5-year, $200 million deal, with iHeartRadio, which stands his time, his contract at the Breakfast Club, the Black Effect Network partnership, and all these things. I said, now if he, thank you, I love y'all too. Look, I'm waiting for my Keith Lee effect. But I love the fact that I have my own little JayBird squad right here. You know, I may not be as popular as other people, but again, I like my folk. Y'all love me, and so that's what I appreciate around here. But Charlamagne, I'm not gonna if his deal is 200 mil. Okay, what does does that extend like envy, Jess in them or whatever? I feel like if I hear that my coworker signed their deal, okay, for 200 mil, and I only get 50. I mean, I only get $50. $50. It was I just wonder how does his deal stretch beyond just him? And again, 200 mil over 5 years. Okay, so I know Breakfast Club has been around for maybe 13, 14 years. So, but that's a lot. It's about 40. It's about 40 mil a year. About 40 mil a year. You know what I'm saying, before taxes. Charlamagne has a checkered history. So there are some people who probably feel like he's a jerk, he's a troll, he has allegations about stuff he did in the past and whatnot. So I think some people may feel like he's the wrong person to get this kind of success. I don't really follow him like that. I do feel like he is less abrasive, less assholey than he used to be, but he still had his asshole moments. But I mean, I guess so. They brought up here how last year he also opened the first of 6 Crystals fast food restaurants in South Carolina. So he's trying, I guess, still help his hometown and whatnot. But I mean, congratulations. If he Charlamagne, put me on. Okay. Put me on, and then maybe I'll support you if I can find out you're an asshole. But I mean, because he's another black man, making some money, congratulations. I hope Lauren gets some of that because she's a great journalist. You know what I'm saying? Now I can do without envy if envy gets on my fucking nerves. But again, congrats to that man. What else can we do? Dawn Richard. Okay, Dawn Richard of Daddy Kane. Now we know Daddy Kane is on tour right now. They're doing some dates for December. When it is with it's with D Woods, Andrea, and Aubrey. I always mispronounce her name. And Aubrey. So there have been a lot of I've seen conversation surrounding, why didn't they ask Dawn? Because Dawn, left the group. No. When Diddy broke up the group, Dawn left and stayed with him during the Dirty Money era. And I'm like, y'all do know that after Dirty Money, Dawn and them still went on tour as Dandy Kane. The last variation of the group after Dirty Money and whatnot, Dawn was involved. So it's not as if Dawn has not been with the group since she was in Dirty Money. So I don't see how any of the group members could be upset with her for that when they went on tour after that fact. So that part is weird to me. And I also feel like you can't say how bad Puff was and how much power Puff had, but then want to punish Dawn for being under Diddy's thumb like everybody else was. So that to me is a weird flex to try to want to be pissed off at Dawn as if she was not another victim of Diddy. So I'm gonna be. But Dawn was doing a interview, and she said, she addressed the situation head on. Dawn spoke out during a recent appearance on the is a Cocoism podcast, pushing back on the narrative surrounding her role in the group. And she said, "I'm nowhere near perfect, but I'm not the person they say I am," adding that she doesn't like being portrayed as a villain. And I don't understand why anyone thinks Dawn is the villain. I feel like Diddy created that group. He then broke apart that group. I think in retrospect, Dawn is just the only person from that group who kept doing music. I think Dawn just never stopped and she kept going. And while I can understand them feeling some kind of way about it, I still feel like we know how powerful Diddy was and how controlling Diddy was. So I don't really fault her. I don't think she had anything to do with the group breaking up. I think that was all Diddy. I think she was a victim of that as well. I think there may be some conversation that need to be had between all the girls. But I don't like them making her out to be the villain. Diddy's the villain. Period. Okay. The Don made it clear she had no idea, no hand in pendant to her, explaining, "I wasn't involved. I was iced out of this one. That's a choice they made, but I'm not going to go back and forth and be messy and call myself the mother of the group because I came up with the name. I wish it could be all 5 of us." And I think when people try to find someone to blame, it's weird to me that you blame somebody who was also a victim in all the same bullshit y'all went through. Just because her career didn't fully stop how y'all did, kind of isn't her fault. To me, Dawn played a card that she was dealt. I think all of them girls had a very hard time, a hard life, and a hard situation. Diddy played all of them groups like that. Diddy came, Day 26, the band, every artist on his label, he manipulated all of them. So I don't like how they're making Dawn out to be the scapegoat when the true villain, bitch, is Diddy. It's Diddy. So I don't get it. And if there is some kind of beef between Dawn and D Woods, y'all need to squash that shit. Because truth be told, y'all are better together. There should be a tour with all 4 or 5 of y'all together. But no one has to make anyone the villain when we know who the villain was, and that was fucking Diddy. But that's just my opinion. Okay. I want to I saw this post on social media, right? I had seen this. No, first I seen this picture. And I was like, I don't think we supposed to be seeing Halo, Halle Bailey's son. I was like, I don't think we supposed to see him because the judge and them already said that we not supposed, like they not supposed to post him. That DDG ain't, and neither is Halle. So when I seen this, I said, now who the hell posting him? I said, maybe, one of their relatives. I said, but no, because I remember the court order saying, that Halle and DDG plus their families all have to abide by these rules. Meaning you can't have your brother or your sister or your parents or your grand, I'm saying you can't have somebody else do this shit just because you can't do it. Like no one can do blah people while this order is in place. So when I was like second, I said, who the fuck posted this shit? And so when I then seen that it was actually the freaking with the hair braided.
Ryan is a famous baby. I won't show his face, but you know what it is. I'm detangling his hair and I'm blow drying it. Do you hear that? Nothing. He's quiet. Why is he quiet? That's why he's quiet. It works, guys. Get it. Today.
Now, if you wanted to show that you are a baby hair braider and that you have a detangling comb, that you can comb the baby's hair, if the hair is kind of coarse, you can comb the baby's hair, the baby don't cry. That's cool. Okay, you want to show your work? Okay, cool. Again, she said it's a famous baby. I won't show the baby's face. Cool, cool, cool. But why would you then post a picture of the boy face? And if you are the hair braider of Halo, ain't no way on God's green earth, on Beyonce's internet, that you did not know about the court order that neither parent can post that baby online. And if you know the parent can't post, what the fuck makes you think that you can? And most parents who kids get their hair braided or they get their hair done by someone, they don't want the hairstylist posting their kid. Now, sometimes the parent will say, yes, sure, post, but can't no one tell me that Hallie said, yeah, girl, post my son. I don't think Hallie or DDG would do that because I think they both know how that could go. So the braider, because everybody, bitch, what are you doing? What did you do? So she put up a post. I want to address a story I posted earlier that included Halo. I did not have consent from Hallie to post them, which lets me know she wasn't working for DDG. She was working under Hallie, meaning while Hallie had him get his hair braided, get his hair done, it was not on DDG's watch that this happened. Again, I did not have consent from Hallie to post him, and this was my mistake entirely. I was not aware that sharing his image would conflict with an existing court agreement, and there was absolutely no intent to cross any boundaries or cause harm. Hallie was unaware that I post the content in this situation is in no way her fault. As soon as it was brought to my attention, okay, I took responsibility, removed it. I sincerely apologize for the oversight and for any concern it caused. I regret Hallie and her family deeply. And I'm like, girl, one, you just lost a client. Two, he's so handsome. Okay. But again, you can't be so quick to want attention that you ruin your business. Because why are you posting anyone's kid's face in the first place? You should never post anyone's child without the parent's permission. Ever. Ever. Especially if you are a paid worker. Okay, if you are a barber, a hairstylist, a braider, I don't care, a manicurist, whatever your job thing is, you should never post them to your social media. Okay, it ain't no one's business what that baby looking like for the second birthday. Okay, so yeah, she lost a client. At least I thought she did, or that she would. DJ Mustard. Now, DJ Mustard, of course, he's a producer. He and his ex-wife have kind of been battling for a minute now. His ex-wife is Chanel, so they have been back and forth now about stuff now because they were married for a while, okay. And when they was divorcing, to me, he was been an asshole. He was not trying to give her money or child support. He was just an asshole or whatever. But he is now claiming, okay, oh, she is around here, talking cash shit about me on social media. I want sole custody. Why? The fact that I know he only wants that because he doesn't want to pay child support or spousal support. Okay, he's asking the judge to grant him sole legal custody of the kids. Okay, now they have 3 kids, a 13-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 6-year-old. Okay, they had shared custody, and the order was that neither of them would speak negatively about the other one in front of or within earshot of the kids. Now, my thing is this: if I can't say you ain't shit, because my kids may hear it, I can possibly post it on social media if I feel like our kids won't see it because they don't follow me. Okay, they don't have social media like that. They 10 and 6 and 13. So that technically not me saying nothing out of my mouth about you. So what she had posted was, this is back in October. Ladies, take a lesson out of my book. I don't care how fast a man moves on, he will still have the bitterness of losing you. I've been divorced for 3 years now. My ex-husband continues to do things to purposefully get under my skin. I found some messages on my daughter's phone of my daughter telling her dad I had to work, and his response was, she doesn't have a job. The child responded back, yes, she does. Her dad argued back and said, she doesn't have a job. She doesn't work. And I'm like, now, why would you even have that conversation with your child? Even if our child tells you, mama got to work, why would your mama got no job? So to me, if this is true and he is fussing with the kids about it, and basically fussing with the kids about the mom, that's weird. Okay. So she was saying, I'm sick of this bullshit, whatever. You see, it was a whole thing on social media of the back and forth. So he's saying because of what she said on social media, he feel, well, that's her saying mean things about me. I should have sole custody because she is breaking the rules of the agreement by posting on social media negative things about me. Now, technically, should she not have said nothing? She should not have. However, technically, the kid did not hear her say shit. Okay? Technically, the child did not hear her say nothing. She posted it to her social media. I'm sure the kids can't follow her around there, whatever. To me, and his real name is Dejan. You old mustard ass bitch. I don't like the fact that ever since him and her have gotten divorced, he do seem bitter. Okay. And, he's trying to say that with her post on social media, okay, it could affect the kids. But, sir, the way you speak about their mom could affect the kids. Okay. The way you and her interact could affect the kids. So, when your reaction is more to punish the mama than to fix the situation, you're being a bitter ass bitch to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you treat their mom is a direct connection to how the kids function in life. And if anyone think, well, I'm just going to take the kid from the mama because I don't like what she's saying. Well, you little bit, you shut up. Little hoe. They have to go to court to see what the judge will say. But I'm like, these men, child, that's what my thought. I should put much on the damn thing too. That's why I said these toxic men and their excuses. Okay, they're toxic, they're draining, they're aggravating. Okay, aggravating. Now again, should she have posted stuff on the social? She should not have. So, but I also feel like he does stuff to piss her off. Oh, she did comment here. Hold on. She said he did the same thing last year around my birthday. Thread from October, yet you choose to file a date before my birthday. It's called freedom of speech, sir. Go to bed. Sir, go to bed. Joseph, go to bed. Okay. This man loves seeing me in court. I'm convinced because does this every year. It's a waste of money. And who knows what the judge will say this time. But I do feel like he's an asshole. And and sometimes assholes deserve to go to court and pay more money for it. Anyway, look, I was surprised at this. So I don't watch Evelyn Lozada's podcast. Evelyn Lozada is a waste of space, in my opinion, because I don't like her. Okay, not saying that she doesn't matter in life, but I don't care about what she does. She had on Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas is the baby daddy of Laura Gohan. And I guess a part of the conversation was messy.
So $244,000 a month. So yeah, that's what, I was offering nice little 20. You got a little 20, little dub. We good. Laughed at that dub. Nigga, please. Right.
Damn.
Then, that's what the court battle was about the whole time.
$244,000 a month is insanity. Like,
I don't believe. Look, Gilbert's Arena child support. I can't believe. Let's see. Per AI, Gilbert recently claimed on a podcast he was ordered to pay $240 for a month in child support. They have 4 kids. Okay, so $200. Okay. Plus housing, school, and many expenses. But Glovan denied that it was close to $244. I'm trying to read if it says anything, for real. I don't see. I just feel like if he was paying, if Gloria or Gilbert Arenas, if Gilbert Arenas was ordered to pay $244,000 in child support, a part of me feel like that would have absolutely been in social media. Okay, I don't feel like anyone would be getting $244,000 in child support per month. No tea all the shade. I don't think he makes that much money. Just my opinion. Okay. And if y'all have they have 4 kids. So let's say he, was 244. That's 60,000. I just feel like he's lying for attention, in my opinion. Because $244,000 a month, in order for him to pay $244,000 per month, okay, that is $2.9 million a year. The math ain't mathing. And Evelyn so fucking pick me. You didn't say, well, let me show me the paperwork. Show me where you was paying $244,000.
that's for 3 children?
It was 4.
4 kids.
Yeah, it was 4. But the bad, it wasn't even a bad part, but it was, and then I pay for school, and then I pay for the house, and then I pay for nanny. So it's like, what is the $244 for?
So then you retire, right? So you're not making the same income.
Yeah. So yeah, once my income dropped, I went in there like, I don't make that kind of money to support, the child support. So right off the jump, it dropped from 44,000 to about 7.
So
overnight before.
So first you said you was paying $244,000. You then said when you was retired, it went from 44 down. So was you paying $44,000 a month for 4 children? Would it $11,000 a month per child? Which sounds more plausible? Will you order pay back child support? Or were you paying $244,000 a year?
So $244,000 a month. So yeah, that's what, I was offering nice little 20. You got a little.
He is lying.
20 little dub. We good. Laughed at that dub. Nigga, please. Right.
Damn.
Then, that's what the court battle was about the whole time.
$244,000 a month is insanity. Like,
that's a lie, though.
That's for 3 children?
It was 4.
4 kids.
Yeah, it was 4. But the bad, it wasn't even a bad part, but it was, and then I pay for school, and then I pay for the house, and then I pay for nanny. So it's like,
You were the basketball player, bitch. She had birthed 4 children for you. What do you mean? You should y'all were like in a relationship. She has 4 children by you. Why? And you were the breadwinner.
what is the 244 for?
So then you retire,
Mhm.
right? So you're not making the same income.
Yeah, so yeah, once my income dropped, I went in there like I don't make that kind of money to support, the child support. So right off the jump, it dropped from 44,000 to about 7.
Even giving her $7,000 a month for 4 kids is crazy. Anyway, once Laura saw the post, okay, she was not happy. It's a different one I have on the show. She says, kind of funny how this lady done ran through every big 3, but got so much to say about me. Let's see. R&B, MLB, NBA, NFL, RAP, rap, ABC, NBC, BET, MTV, HOV, not Hove. Okay, got an STD, maybe even HIV, all in the back of a car. But got the audacity to ask about me. Let's keep it cute, goofy. Okay, it was more like $244 with no added zeros. Clown, the lies you tell, goofy nigga. Okay, here a truth. Every chick, corny girl, every chick, corny girl has interviewed with he slept with. Did he bang her too? Leave me alone, bro. I got real fact. You should be worrying about our children instead of all the lies you tell. I'm effing sick of you. Go to that. Now, a part of me fully believes that one, I don't believe the 244. Yeah, I believe he was paying about 20, even if he paid 44,000 a month. Even if he was paying 44,000, they have 4 children. They have 4 kids. So to me, 4 kids, y'all were in a relationship with. Okay. It wasn't as if, it's not. How many kids does he have? Oh, just the 4 with her. Oh, so now he has 5. I don't like him. He's corny. Be a shout out to Lord Govine for telling Evelyn, girl, go suck some balls. See, the last title he had before retiring was $68 million. So him wanting to pay $3K per month for 4 kids is crazy. And that's my thing. If you was making $68 million, okay, yeah, they were engaged. She was with him like right when she got on Basketball Wives. She had just given birth to one of their kids. So it's not as if Laura was some girl he got knocked up one time who wanted some money. Y'all had a whole relationship and had multiple children together. And so when y'all broke up, you gotta pay to play. You have to pay to play. But Laura was right in saying, girl, why the fuck you worried about me? Like, why even ask him anything about me and the child support at all? Well, we know because Evelyn ain't shit. But she said, girl, go juggle some balls. Okay, get out my face, bitch. Let's get to some other news, y'all. Because I'm only hour 18. Okay, I'm getting them doing a good time. Well, look, I didn't watch the boxing match that happened yesterday. I wish I would have. I may go back on Netflix and watch it. I don't know who Anthony Joshua is, okay, but I respect him because he knocked somebody out last night. And he fine as shit. Okay. He's a handsome young man right here. Okay. So there was a boxing match yesterday. Okay. And he fought Jake Paul. Now, I am a firm believer. Jake Paul and his brother. I can't think of the brother's name. I don't like Jake Paul. I feel like he's an amateur asshole fake boxer, and all of the fights I've seen him involved in weren't even real. Didn't he fight Tyson? I feel like that's the one that fought Tyson, if I'm not mistaken. And it was some bullshit. And so the fight yesterday, okay, he left with a broken jaw. Okay. I said, not a broken jaw in 2 places. Okay. Now the punch, if you're watching the replay, and you see a piece cut out, the video could get flagged, and I have to cut the video piece out. So if you watch the replay, okay, you should have watched live. But during the fight, okay, 1 and then the 2, child, boom! I said, oh, okay, knocked him down, broke his jaw. He won by knockout. Okay, and I feel, because I am from a world where boxing, when the boxers box, the boxers box. Okay, I remember like Roy Jones Jr. and when Mike Tyson was Mike Tyson. Okay, and you would see like fighting. Not the new shit with the Floyds who just dance around and it's, you know what I'm saying, little swings here, little swings. No. I'm like, I want to see folks get knocked. And I'm gonna rewatch it. But what I appreciate is it seems like this Anthony Joshua guy is a real boxer. Okay. You're supposed to punch hard and heavy. You're supposed to do that. Okay. Now, I'm not saying trying to kill nobody. I'm not saying, punch him in the temple to kill him. No, don't do that. But if you rock their jaw, rock their jaw. And to me, the Paul dude, the Jake Paul dude, he talked too much shit. Okay, you can't talk shit as a boxer and not want to get beat up. But you got beat up. You got beat up. Okay, now he was knocked out in I think the 6th round. Again, a double child jaw broke in 2 places. I said, "Oh, you can't say shit." Okay, so a part of me is very excited because of the shit I've seen him talk, over time. Okay, and I also like the fact that the person who rocked his jaw happens to be a handsome, well-built black man. Okay, so I hope this lends credit to people who would no longer try to have these boxing matches that aren't really boxing matches. It's like, oh, we're gonna dance around a little bit. We're not gonna really get hurt. It's like, no, someone needs a jaw cracked. And that's it. We're gonna do Wendy in 1 second. Porsha. Now y'all know she got me blocked. But luckily I said elsewhere. So I said, oh, Porsha wanna get friendly with Drew. Now y'all remember last season, Porsha talked cash money stuff about Drew. Oh, Drew ain't this, and she's fired from doing stuff for gold naked hair. And oh, he tried to have was hating on Drew hard last season. And now, oh, I'm excited to finally introduce an exclusive handmade luxury wig designed by Cynthia Andrew. Now you want to tell me, now y'all friends? Now you want me to sell your hair? Is it for the show? It has to be for the show. Okay. Now again, the wigs look okay. Do they shed? Do they get tangled? Okay. So Drew has a platinum lux and the golden hour wig. Cynthia has the signature highlight and the Bailey volume wig. And they up there posing together, child, like they friends and whatnot. And my only, not issue, but I'll say once we beef and you try to downplay me as someone who was helping promote your brand, bitch, I don't want to work with you. I'm going to need a public apology, Porsha. Okay. Now, maybe we'll see that play out on the show this season. I'm not sure. Are they still filming? I don't know that either. But again, yeah, Porsha and Drew are now like friendly and working together. But I remember. Okay. And I just would not want to help anybody who tried to ruin me this last season. Chop dog my album, which is me and all this shit, and did not want to own up to the fact that you were only an asshole to me because you could not discuss your divorce. And now I'm back working for your brand. Nah, bitch. Not today. But if y'all care, go buy a wig. But Porsha, I'm going to need you to fully apologize and acknowledge that the way you treated Drew last season was wrong while you asked her to please come and work for you. Okay? To help you sell that damn hair. Just saying. Because I'm like, bitch, what happened now? I want to touch on Papoose and Clarissa, who were on the Breakfast Club. Now, I have not watched the full interview, but I've watched a couple of clips, okay? And I feel like I need Papoose and Clarissa to stop trying to put their relationship on the front street of them as who they are. I feel like the more y'all try to prove to other people that y'all this great couple, this loving couple, it makes people dislike y'all more. The more y'all try to explain shit, it makes Clarissa seem stupid and like she's speaking on something that she shouldn't speak on. And I'm like, sometimes just stop and let it go. So they was up there talking or whatever. And I also blame the Breakfast Club as well, because I would be like, hey, we coming on here, but I don't want to have any kind of conversation about my ex-wife. Okay. There should be, I don't want any, if y'all hear music, it's the neighbor upstairs. But I would say, hey, we don't want any Remy questions, because every time anyone asks them about Remy, people just don't like whatever the reply is. I liked him saying, look, we were together. Y'all saw how supportive I was. Y'all saw when Remy was in prison, how I was consistently there for her. Y'all knew that the whole time she was locked up, there was no rumors about me cheating. So why, when she's home and I'm all of a sudden cheater? That is like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, none of that needs to even be addressed at all. And I don't know if it's that they don't realize how much their explanation is falling on deaf ears. I like that. I like Clarissa. I do. I think she's a talented boxer. I think the issue comes into play when she's trying to defend her relationship to Pat. And even though she has every right to feel how she feels and say, hey, he's moved on and she's moved on. So I don't see why folks make an issue about me and him being together. And I agree with that. I do think a lot of people shit on them as a couple, as if Remy does not have a man too. As if Remy did not have a man first. So I don't know why either of them are on this this train of trying to push this believe us narrative. Not want to say believe this narrative, but we have to defend ourselves narrative. It's like, stop it. Stop it. But Pat said, I wish her the best. I do. But and I'm like, we've already heard all of this. When y'all was beefing on social media before, and Remy had went live, Pat Pan went live, Clarissa had went live. We all of this played out, and this is nothing new, but it makes you two look corny, and only because Remy ain't got no interviews coming up. Remy do be live on her social media, and she be talking, talking shit to, being petty or whatever, but no one is picking that up. But whenever Clarissa or Papoose does things, it gets picked up. And honestly, I want people to stop making them seem weird. But in order for that to happen, they have to stop trying to defend their relationship. You don't have to. Because at one point he said, we've been together for almost 2 years. You know what I'm saying? It's old. We're happy in our relationship. Remy's happy in hers. People, because she has one too. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird. It's so weird. I believe Pat had an event coming up or something. So they were, one, Pat had an event. 2, she was just inducted into the Michigan Boxing Hall of Fame. So, they both are in their own lanes. You know what I'm saying? And I just hate that whenever someone is interviewing them, they always bring up, and I mean the interviewers, whenever Pat or Clarissa has an interview, someone asks them about the relationship shit, the Remy shit, and I'm like, y'all need to stop falling for that and say, no comment. I'm happy. His Remy's happy. That's it. But once they go to trying to have conversations and all of that, it gives people a bad taste in their mouth. And this is the crazy part. They shouldn't have a guilty conscience because Remy had a boyfriend first. So they not doing shit wrong. They really should not have I think the reason they do it so much is really because they get the most backlash. I don't even think it's a guilty con. I really think because they see the backlash and they like, we're just in a happy relationship, and so was Remy. But divorce will take time and blah 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 blah. So I don't know. Okay, but if y'all care, you can go watch the whole interview. She posted, pictures of them after the fact. Okay, her little big ass boots, ugly ass boots. She's a beautiful young woman. And I can't wait for the day she realized that she don't have to defend shit. I can't wait for the day that Papoose tells her, hey babe, we're not even gonna respond to this shit no more. But a part of me feel like she feel like she has to defend it. And I need her to realize you don't. Girl, go box. Go be great. Okay? Fuck Pat. Fuck Remy. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that shit distract you from you as the athlete that you are. Don't let it influence you. And anytime you're doing an interview about whatever else, do not allow them to question you about Remy. I need Pat to help do that too, so that now again, do I feel like Pat being asked about what happened is fair because it was his marriage? Yes, cool. But after today, y'all should not answer none of the question about Remy and that damn marriage. Okay, just keep flowing with that damn divorce. Keep it moving, bitch.
Somebody said
keep it moving. Okay, fully, because if not, it will always make y'all look like y'all did some shit wrong. Thank you for super chat. They need to do interviews up. Yes. And for part of the interview, she was sitting in the back. Because like he did his part of an interview and then he had her come, sit with him. You know what I'm saying? To me, like, okay, in my opinion, y'all did this one together. Cool. Don't do no more together. If y'all do, don't bring up Remy. Don't defend your relationship because it is what it is. Y'all together now. Leave it be, bitch. Don't even care about the noise. Don't care about the people who think what. Don't do it. Y'all did this one together. Don't do that shit no more. Don't at all. But if you do, you have to know not to get into the messy shit of the questions. Don't do it. Because people who prefer Remy is gonna always find fault in y'all. And I'm gonna say it again, even though Remy Ma has a whole boyfriend and had a boyfriend before Pat got with Carissa. So Remy just as bad as Pappy is. They both are dating and married. But Remy is smart enough to stay, low key with it. And plus, no one know her boyfriend. Clarissa is a boxer who, she is a celebrated athlete. So we gonna see her. The issue, when we see her some kind of way, folk bring up the girl. Stop bringing up the girl. I like them as a couple. I just don't like the fact that somebody always bring up Remy. And I know it's because that's the man's wife. But again, his wife has a boyfriend. How y'all piss at Clarissa because her boyfriend's wife, Clarissa's boyfriend's wife has a boyfriend. So how are y'all pissed at Clarissa as if she's the only one in a relationship with someone who's married? Remy boyfriend is just as bad. He just a nobody. No pun intended. No pun intended. What I gotta do? Oh, girl, let me get the Ice Spice. Ice Spice. I seen this. I said, now what? Now, firstly, when I first seen this, I said, now wait a minute. I said, is that a Brian painting? And the kid? I said, no, what? I said, no, is it a wedding dress? Is it lingerie? I said, what is this? Okay. Ice Spice was at the SpongeBob movie screening. Bitch, yes, SpongeBob. Okay. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea. Okay. Ice Spice literally is at a kids movie premiere. Almost naked. Now, I don't know who her team is. I don't know who her designing stylist is. But girl, what? SpongeBob, like, what is she wearing? Is she in the bikini? I know it's called bikini bottom, but that ain't what it's supposed to be. I'm like, why could you not at least wear a full brief? Why are you dressed like this at the? I said, bitch, it's SpongeBob. Titties, cooch, booty. And the sad part about it is all she had to wear was a dress that wasn't see-through. if it would have been the same dress style, but it wasn't see-through, it would have been fine. I don't understand how people don't be reading the room. And I have never thought, you know what, y'all, I'm gonna go to the SpongeBob SquarePants movie premiere and some panties and a bra and some lace. Like, who was her manager? Who was the red carpet exposed? Who was? I feel like someone probably had to say, is it see-through? It can't be see-through. Is it see-through? Yes, but it's see-through. Because can't no one tell me you can clearly see, because this picture don't have no flash. Okay. You can clearly see she's basically naked. Tacky. Completely. And this is why I always say everybody is not meant to, be a part of everything. SpongeBob is not like, if it was a Rick and Morty thing, okay, Rick and Morty's cartoon was wrong. Okay, Rick and Morty, Boondocks, okay, American Dad, Family Guy. Those are adult cartoons that is not really for kids, okay? But SpongeBob is literally on Nickelodeon. Okay, SpongeBob himself is a goddamn child. Him and Patrick. So I don't have any idea why anyone said, yeah, Ice Spice, wear the thong panties in the see-through outfit here. Once I showed up, y'all, it is kids in the audience. You wanna know why? It's a kids movie. Okay, no, they were not. There are children here. The fact that no one said, hey, somebody get her a towel. Okay. Cover her ass up. Okay. Her boobs, full cleavage. Okay. Thong, see-through outfit. She's basically naked. And you can tell once she's in there, she probably does feel uncomfortable because she looks, oh my God, it's kids. But bitch, who else did you think would be at a SpongeBob movie premiere? So get y'all friend. Okay, get y'all fucking friend from around here because she is child fucking dirty Diana. With Khalifa hit with a 9-month. I said 9 months. He's hit with a 9-month jail sentence overseas because he was smoking weed on stage. Now, I always tell y'all, you have to know the rules of where you're going to. What is the law? What's against the rules? Any child, cigarettes, weed, vaping, gummies, anything that is in water or Doritos, bitch, ask the people, hey, what's the rule on weed? What's the rule on gummies? What's the rule on anything I gotta buy at the weed store? Okay, is it legal there? It's not legal? Okay, cool. I won't bring it because he's not been sentenced to 9 months in jail by a Romanian court because they charged that man and found him guilty of drug possession because he was overseas smoking on stage. It's against the law to do that. And for me, I do not feel bad when people smoke weed or do anything that you can't buy from a CVS at the front counter. I'm asking the question. I am. Okay. If I can't get it at the 7-Eleven, okay, at the Piggly Wiggly, at the Quickie Mart, Okay, I'm asking, hey, is it legal over there? If I bring a vape pen, if I bring a gummy, if I bring some, some CBD oil, if I have some, what's the rule? Because you get overseas and they have different regulations. And you can't say, I didn't know. You know how it's kind of legal here. You know, in certain states, you can't bring certain things. So the same way that not all states have the same rules, ask what the rule is in Romania. Okay, he was stopped by Romanian authorities after allegedly smoking weed on stage at the Beach Please Festival in Castania, I don't know, somewhere back in July 2024. But he was found with 18 grams of cannabis and consumed some while performing. Okay, now at first they fined him $830, but they said, hey, no, he can't just pay the money. No, jail. And now he's been sentenced to 9 months. Now they also said his team, like, oh, we're gonna fight back. Okay, we don't want him to have to go. Now, first of all, I don't think it may be a thing to where he just can't go back over there. I think if he go over there, they're gonna lock his ass up. But if he stay, in the States, he may be okay. But they want to fight the 9 month sentence for it. Okay. I don't know if they can. I don't look. Once Brittany Griner was arrested and imprisoned, to me that was a full on emergency broadcast alert that if you are leaving the United States of America, just don't take nothing with you. Okay? Don't take nothing with you. Don't have nothing shipped to you. Don't try to get something there and then bring it back here. If you can't function without weed while in other countries, you have an addiction. If you can't perform without being high, you have an addiction. Would you smoke weed in church? If the church said, hey, come perform for us with Khalifa, come perform. It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I tell you all about it when we go perform that at the church with Khalifa. Okay. Are you gonna be on a church stage up there at the pulpit smoking weed? No. Because you're not gonna smoke weed in church. So if you go to a kid's cancer ward, okay, or a kid's facility, okay, a kid's hospital who wants you to put on a benefit concert for sick children, would you be on stage smoking weed? No, because it's not appropriate, okay? So treat these out of the country gigs like a church benefit concert or a sick children concert, so where you're not up there smoking weed. You want to know why? Because you shouldn't be up there smoking weed. Now, if you was in a state or a country where it's legal to do that, then by all means, do what you do. But when you don't know the rules, don't do it. You can't then feel bad and say, well, I don't want to go to jail. Well, why did you do it? Just dumb and stupid for all the dumbass reasons. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Okay, what the fuck? Anyway, Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. Now we know that Megan won her court case against Milagro. Okay. She, I think, was owed maybe like $59,000 plus lawyer fees or whatever. Well, Megan's team has now said, hey, judge, we want a permanent injunction against Milagro Grams because we don't want any more ongoing harassment. Okay, they said that Milagro has continued to harass and cyberstalk Megan, despite her recent win. Okay, since she on some bullshit. So they're asking for a permanent injunction that will prohibit brands from targeting Megan online. The proposed restriction will apply to both written posts and spoken commentary across digital platforms, according to filing the request comes just weeks after, hey, I won. Now, the same thing kind of happened with Tasha K. So where Tasha K now can't speak negatively on Cardi B. That is like in the court ruling or whatever. And I think once you've been found guilty of, publicly fucking with folks or whatever, you should be blocked from commenting on them. Okay? If you can't be, respectful or whatever, you up here just fucking with me. No, bitch, don't say shit about me. Leave me alone. And once the trial was over, the fact that she immediately went back to, being herself and talking cash about Megan, I would say, yeah, I don't want that bitch speaking my name. And if I'm Milagro, you already don't have the money to pay her what you owe her now. You don't have the money to pay your lawyers. So why would you go back online talking shit? I guess maybe to make more money to pay Meg. But again, no, don't speak on me. Leave me be. Okay? So we're going to wait to see what the court will say, what the judge will say. But to me, I think the judge should grant it. I think the judge should say, yes, she's not allowed to speak on you, period. If you are media, there's 18 billion other people to speak on. You don't have to speak on this one. Okay? And then we'll see how far Milagro goes. Because once, some people have that niche of, well, because I'm a harp on, this one person, that's where I make my money. Well, let's see what happens if the judge say, no, you can't speak on Megan at all. Okay? Keep her name out your mouth. Speaking of out your mouths, this little leprechaun here. If you're watching the playback, okay, and parts are cut out, it's because parts got flagged and I had to trim it out. Okay, so if you're watching live, you see all the stuff first. You never know what's gonna make it to the replay based on what can get flagged. But the little troll man, Tory Lanez, who has been in jail for about 3 years, did his first on-camera interview from prison. And I'm like, now why folks, if it's prison, ain't it, is that allowed?
Tonight, rapper Tory Lanez breaking his silence in his first ever broadcast interview from...
He ain't been silent. That's the kicker. Tory Lanez has not been silent at all. He been talking and saying shit.
Behind bars since being found guilty of shooting Grammy winner Megan Thee Stallion in the foot outside a party in 2020.
I've never been violent towards a woman. I would never hit a woman, let alone shoot a woman.
So who shot her? Okay, who did it? This is what makes me so aggravated with him. Okay, if you did not shoot her, who did it? You can't say, I'm not violent. I would never hit a woman, let alone shoot one. Well, someone did. And because you did not say who did it, well, it was you, Waldo.
Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, spoke to NBC News from California Men's Colony, a prison where he's 3 years into a 10-year sentence after being found guilty on 3 felony counts, including assault with a semi-automatic firearm.
There is definitely a very big misconception about me that seems to the public as I'm this monster. And I feel like I was catapulted into this poster child for the unprotection of Black women. And it's just so unlike me.
What? Nigga, what?
Shut up! That is so stupid.
You actively taunted and harassed Meg from the moment you shot her until today, bitch. Okay? You actively did that because guess what? If you did not shoot her, but someone did, the fact that you made it your mission to have others attack her shows you don't protect Black women. This is my thing. Let's just say, let's play devil's advocate. Let's say he got so drunk and out of his mind that he shot in the thing, hit her feet. Okay, let's just say that's what happened. Okay, after that accident, why did you never try to fully support her, apologize for your actions, and leave it at that? Why at every turning point did you antagonize and harass and try to make Megan out to be a drunken, slutty liar? Why did you never say, I didn't do it? Kelsey shot her. I didn't do it. The bodyguard shot her. I didn't do it. It was Roman. Why did you? Yeah. Then he did the damn video chopping up a horse foot. So this whole narrative of him trying to, I'm gonna put on my clean little shirt. I'm gonna get a fresh haircut. I want to look clean, shaven, and I'm gonna say, here's a misrepresentation. It's a misunderstanding. I didn't do anything. Okay, it wasn't me. It was Roman. I didn't shoot her. Help me.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
He really act like we did not see his actions from 2020 until he got locked up in 2022. Like, the fact that he act like we have not seen his actions is ridiculous.
And I've never really had a chance to express that, but you can look at my criminal.
You had a whole court case to express all that, but you chose to not say I'm innocent. You chose to try to make Meg be the villain. You tried to make Meg the villain by, oh, she's a drunk, a liar, a slut. I fucked her. So-and-so fucked her. You tried every piece to make her, an unbelievable victim. Instead of saying, hey, this is why I didn't do it. Because Kelsey did it.
Criminal record. I don't have one. I never had one. And I feel like, that connotation that I would do anything of this monstrous proportion.
This monstrous proportion. You encyclopedia reading back.
It's completely incorrect and it's wrong.
Lanez declined to testify during his 2022 trial.
Because he ain't want to lie and say, I didn't do it. So the whole, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I'm not violent. I never done anything. I'm innocent. I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Do you regret not taking the stand?
I think if I would have taken the stand, the verdict would have definitely been very different.
Well, then that's your fault. Okay? That's your fault. If someone say, hey, Jaylee robbed a bank and she's going to be on trial for robbing a bank, I am going to be like, I didn't rob the fucking bank. Put me on a stand. I didn't rob the fucking bank.
Rapper's legal team filed an appeal, which was denied in November. But his team is continuing to fight, with plans to file multiple appeals next week, this time with the California Supreme Court, in one claiming newly discovered evidence that they weren't provided during Lanez's 2022 trial. including hundreds of pages of medical records for Megan Thee Stallion, whose real name is Megan Pete, which they allege raise questions about the fragments removed from her foot after surgery. His team argues that the fragments were not provided ahead of trial and that this was a violation of due process.
You had ample time for your legal team to plot your defense. And it's so dumb that after a full court, again, this happened in 2020. Okay, right at the time of COVID. You had 2 years. Okay. Because if he was convicted in December 2022, he wasn't sentenced until 2023 in August. So it's like, why are you acting like, oh, we had no idea that there was medical files? Why would y'all not pull it? If your lawyers were stupid, that's your fault.
And we didn't have that chance. Or perhaps we could have questioned the doctors differently when they were on stand to impeach them, because it does look suspicious.
But in the appeal denied in November, the court did address the fragments, ruling that the surgeon's testimony was, quote, more than sufficient to prove great bodily injury on Pete.
Again, the doctor is the one who said, ma'am, that's not glass. Those are bullet fragments. Okay. The surgeon and the doctors testified in the damn trial.
Proving something like this on appeal is tough.
This is a really, really difficult appellate argument for defendants to prove, because they have to show if the evidence actually came into court, the jury would have found differently. It's an uphill battle, and it's something that often torpedoes any defense appellate argument.
The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office and representatives for Megan Thee Stallion have not responded to NBC News' request for comment.
Because we don't need to. Everything that has been said, that needs to be said, that should be said, that it's all been said already. Megan does not have to respond or engage in any conversation just because Tory Lanez wants fucking energy. He wants some attention. To me, he does this to antagonize her. He does stuff so that either her or her team has to, he thinks they have to respond. It's like, yeah, y'all don't respond. If he wants to go to court, let him do. We ain't got shit to say, because I'm moving on with my life.
I believe not only that I was wrongfully convicted, but the amount of new evidence that has emerged since that trial, I think, has been overwhelming.
There's no new evidence, which is why his appeal got denied.
What has life been like in prison for the last couple of years?
I hope it was tough. I hope all of the shit you talked and the energy you put forth antagonizing me, I hope it all goes back towards you, because it didn't have to be this way. You put yourself in prison.
Truthfully, I've done my best to keep my head above water, but mentally, I've gone through trauma that I sometimes even struggle with, because I never imagined myself dealing with things that I would have to deal with.
So when you shot someone, when you pulled a gun out and said, fire, 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 you thought that wasn't going to cause you to go to prison?
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know why.
Are you stupid? Are you dumb?
It's almost hurtful to me to watch her be so dumb.
You didn't think prison would be hard? Well, don't shoot people. Don't pull out guns. And if you're in a situation that someone else gets shot and you didn't do it, you should try to help the victim get justice and say, hey, I didn't do it. Kelsey did it.
I've been stabbed 17 times.
But did you die? Well, shut up.
almost lost my life.
So did Meg. A bullet don't have no name on it.
You could say something to Megan the Stallion today, what would it be?
Nothing. You should have nothing to say to her.
I think that I wouldn't say something directly to her. I would like that moment to happen in person.
You will never be anywhere near Megan the Stallion, Megan Pete, ever in life. I don't think there will ever be a moment where you will have the chance to have a one-on-one, in-person conversation with her. So one, even for this white lady to ask him, what do you want to say to Megan? Why even ask him that? He should have nothing unless it's sorry. But again, this is more proof of him trying to, because why would he say, I want to have that in person? Why would you think that would happen?
We've both gone through a lot. There's this connotation that like I share this hatred for her, but I don't.
You do. You do. Even if it isn't hatred, you still like to torment her by making her seem like, well, I didn't do it. So you want her to have to relive what she went through. So you may not hate her. However, you try to haunt her from prison. Little troll.
I genuinely passed that. I'm at a place of healing in my life. I'm at a place of taking accountability for the things that I did wrong. And when I talk about my case, I don't want it to be taken as me coming at her, because it's not that. I'm just asking for somebody in the system to look at my case and look at the evidence. And
they did at the trial. Okay, they did while you were all over social media being an asshole. Okay, you did not get this quick, uncoordinated trial where no one listened. You know, you had a bad attorney. You hired all the fucking attorneys. Okay, you was having little photo shoots, walking to the court. You treated the court case like a circus, and you mad that you the clown is now in prison. So even him saying, I just want the chance for someone to look at my case, they did the first fucking time.
And asked if this was fair.
And with that, Chloe Molas joins us now on set. So
fuck him. Okay? Fuck him and anyone who looked like him. Period. Okay? Anyone who watched that court case, he treated it like a game. He really felt like he was going to get found innocent. He did. And leading up to the trial and the case and all that shit, he antagonized that girl from start to finish. He just mad that he didn't get off. That's it. That's all. So Tory Lanez and him, his daddy, okay, all them hoes. Because I'm like, why would you, girl? Anyway, Ray J, and then we're gonna do Ray J, and then we're gonna do Wendy. So Ray J went to court because you know he was arrested for the whole pulling the gun situation on Princess Love, her cousin, and the cousin's husband. That happened on Thanksgiving morning. Well, we went to court.
that was pretty hard in court. How do you feel about what the judge said and what she ordered?
Ray J look like I did that shit. Okay. On what's luck? It was Ike Turner in court. I got some bonds. He remind me of a coked up Ike Turner, in court with Tina. Meaning, you did that shit. You're upset that you're being held accountable.
Do you think it was a fair call by the judge?
This is America. We'll be all right.
Why everybody, child, Whack 100 is in the outfit like he's gonna fight somebody. Ray J dressed like a goddamn manager. The girl behind him, I don't know why she in all black like the Omen. And this, why they girl.
You're going to miss the birthday, you're going to miss Christmas now. Ray, separately, are you and Sheila now an item? Are you together, you guys?
Now, the girl in the all black is the Sheila girl who Ray told her, yeah, I would never want you like I want Prinky. I would never be at court with a man who's told me publicly he prefers wife over me, and then he's in jail because of his wife. Why, girl?
What you say?
Ray and Sheila, are they together? Are they a couple?
Where your wife at? Is your wife the milkman? I'm asking dumb questions, man. Bro, nephew. Bro.
Did a random man hug Ray J?
About your wife?
Ray J, that was pretty hard in court. How?
Was that a random girl? I don't know.
Ray J with Kim Kardashian lookalike, just FYI. I swear, that's not me. I don't write.
That's what we talk about. That.
I don't write the tabloids.
Yeah, that was pretty hard in court. How do you feel about what the judge said and what she ordered?
It's him walking with that cigarette, them shoes scraping the ground.
Do you think it was a fair call by the judge?
This is America. We'll be all right.
Is Whack leg broken? Wait, why?
You're gonna miss the birthday. You're gonna miss Christmas now.
I'm not following the child. Anyway, the judge gave him, it was 6, I think, misdemeanor charges. Okay. The judge extended the no conduct order so he would not be with his kids. The next court date is on January 2nd. So he would miss his son's 5th birthday. Let's see. So they did not do any criminal charges. Okay. But again, this is misdemeanors and ranging from brandishing a firearm, use of force, and child endangerment. Ray J deserve every single charge that he's been charged with. Ray J fully put himself on live, which was all of the evidence needed for a judge to be like, yeah, you know what? You should not be around Princess or the children. We saw you with a loaded gun. Okay. We then heard a full scuffle. And who the fuck scuffles with a gun? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, Ray walking around, I don't want to talk about, hey, child. Okay. Now, what they say, Princess said she hopes he gets help. She's praying for him. I'm doing a really good job of protecting my peace. Also, she meaning blah, 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 blah. But to me, Ray J is a menace. He can put on as many suit jackets, turtlenecks, blue jeans, and cowboy boots he wants to, okay? He can do all that shit if he chooses to do all that shit. But again, Ray J keeps putting himself in these predicaments. And because he's never been held accountable, I think he thought, oh, I'll get off for this too. No. Yes, hold him accountable. Yes, don't let him be. Again, Ray J is a danger to anyone around him. And the crazy part is, after all that shit that happened on that day, he still has been on social media looking high as a fucking kite on all given Tuesdays. So if once you're on a live and you are mainly you know you have to go to court. Why would you still be posting crazy shit where is it at? Hold on. Because after y'all, so after you've been arrested, you post this.
I'm doing a new show. It's called Celebrity Hitchhiker. I'm hitchhiking right now to try to get a place to stay tonight. Hopefully I can meet a new family and it can take me in and teach me about their rules and their goals and like.
Ray looks like he does the hard drugs.
And then send me on my way to the next destination. I'm in Tampa,
His
Florida, and I'm
look jaundiced. Okay. He looked like he had not bathed. And you want to hitchhike with strangers?
trying to get back to LA, and I'm on my own research where I'm scouting. I'm just trying to understand if this show is good. So I'm hitchhiking right now. So if y'all see me on the street coming from Tampa back to Los Angeles, it is me. I do have a change of clothes right here in my bag. But I need to get back before December 22nd. So I'm on a celebrity hitchhiking scouting run. This is a pilot, but it's real, and I'm all by myself. As you can see, nobody's with me. So if you see somebody in a tan, sweatsuit with his thumb out and a Tampa Bay Buccaneers beanie, you know it's me, and I'm just trying to get to the next destination, but I need a place to stay. I need some food, and I need shelter.
So this is what you do, knowing you have a court date coming up to try to see your children.
It's a lot of shit that's happened, and I just want to get back home to see my kids. It's a hitchhiking show, but it's real though at the same time, and I want to make it really authentic and just do it for real on my phone. I mean, I have a camera in there too, but it's just me. So if you see me on the streets of Tampa, please let me stay in your house, and then please send me on my way to the next destination. I'm going from Florida to every state, and hopefully I can get back home for Christmas and be home with the kids by December 23rd. That's the goal. So if you can help me, gotta be loved. Thank you.
Yes, he looks extremely old and worn out. He ain't that old. I think I'm older than Ray J, and he got more money than me. So, like, Judge, my kid's father be hitchhiking with strangers. Okay, meaning he let a stranger know where I stay at. Yeah, I don't want him near me, Judge. No, thank you. Not at all. So yeah, Ray, stay where you at. Okay. Now, lastly, I think it's the last thing that we have to do is Wendy. And then I can go to bed. Wendy Osifo. Okay, the Nigerian who was being looked at for her crimes. Okay. Wendy and Eddie were in court. I think yesterday. What's today? Yeah, yesterday. For the crimes, okay, of the scheming and the scam. To me, look, I don't know Wendy or Eddie. Okay, I have never met them. Okay, this is my opinion on the shit. Eddie and Wendy were having money issues. Okay, meaning, I feel like a lot of people, myself included, everyone has a little bit of debt. A little bit of debt. The difference is if you have a lot of bit of debt, you may be desperate enough to try something to get some extra money. I won't even go play the lottery to hopefully win the lottery to get rich. Okay, I don't want to go to the casino. Okay, I'm not going to casinos and put money in the slot machine. No. No. Okay. So, at 43, I'm not trying to scheme and scam no goddamn body. Okay. However, Pam Oliver and Eddie Hennessy, aka Wendy Osefo and Eddie Osefo, were in court, and the prosecutors are saying, "Hey, they are in debt. Okay, they have little money. Okay, we thought they had 40 credit cards. No, they had 67 credit and debit cards." I said, 67. I said, that's not credit cards. Okay. So they were in court because the prosecution's point is Eddie and Wendy's reasoning for faking the robbery, for, the insurance fraud, is because they're in debt. Okay. They're cash poor. Okay. And they were trying to, hit a lick real fast and whatnot. Okay. And so to prove the point of why they would do this, they're like, we need access to 8 years worth of their banking records. So when Eddie was saying, well, Eddie and Wendy and their team, their lawyers were like, oh, this is a fishing expedition. They don't need all that. The judge said, nah, yeah, granted. So the judge granted the prosecution's request for them to have to submit 8 years of their financials. Bitch, you know how much is gonna come out if once they get 8 years of their banking shit? I said, what? Now again, they're accused of lying about the burglary to then file the insurance claim to try to get the $450K. Now they got about $25,000 or whatever. They were denied the 400 plus K amount because they're not being accused of getting the money. They're being accused of their attempt to fraudulently get this money. Okay. And their point was, yeah, they tried to do it because they're in debt. So we need 8 years worth of their records. Okay. And we know it's private, it's confidential. Okay. But, that's the reason why they did it. Because if Eddie and Wendy keep coming to court in their expensive suits and jackets and wigs, looking like we got money. If we have money, why would we, do this insurance fraud? We have all this money. But if the prosecution say, but y'all don't, look at y'all banking records. Y'all don't. Yes, y'all may be making money as well, but if you're spending more than you're making, it's gonna cause some problems. Okay. They amended their claims, stating the investors found 67 cards and 4 different luxury wallets, including a lambskin black quilted Chanel wallet that was previously reported stolen. So items that y'all had listed on the thievery, theft, robbery list was in the house. Not only was it in the house, it had a whole bunch of credit cards, credit and debit cards. Okay. Again, if they found 67 cards and 4 luxury wallets, I'm like, bitch, in my wallet, I keep my 2 debit cards for my two different accounts, and I keep 1 credit card. And I have other cards that I don't never take with me. Okay, they not even in a wallet. I have them put up in a safe place away. Okay, any credit card I have that I've canceled account, it expired or whatever, I don't still have it. So to have 67 cards that's still in the wallets is weird. Okay. Now the defense did say, well, some of the cars were expired or from joint accounts. They also claimed that the prosecutor brought up a number of cars to embarrass the couple. No, 67 cars is a lot. It's weird. So I think the point is, who the fuck at 67 cars? So y'all, first of all, cars are good for like 4 years, I think. Let's say they're good for 4 years. So do y'all just never throw them away? So y'all have the old expired card and the new card. Y'all just keep all the cards, all of them. Because if they're expired, why y'all keeping them? That's just weird. That don't make no sense. Okay. Again, it's a fishing expedition. It's like, no, child, turn the shit in. Okay. Turn it in. We want it now. Again, all these nice suits, nice outfits, good haircuts, good glasses, good wigs, good makeup is not going to help when they get a hold of y'all banking records. And if it do show, yes, Wendy makes 500 grand a seat. I'm just gonna throw out an amount. Let's say she make 500 grand a season on the Housewives. Okay. Let's say Eddie making 300 grand a year on the weed. Okay. Let's say in conjunction to what Wendy making and what Eddie make, let's say y'all bring in roughly, let's just throw a high number. Let's say it's $1 million a year before taxes. If y'all expenses, okay, is 1.8 million, that show y'all are spending more than you take in. And you're in debt. A lot of debt. To me, a lot of debt is anything over, I would say anything over 50,000 is a lot of debt. Because you can pay off 50 grand. You can pay off 50K if that's what you owe. Okay. But anything above 50K is a lot. And that's if you are spending shit. Just because you buying shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like, oh, they only got like a little 5,000. No. If they got 67 credit cards, if they have, if they're scared of what the records. My thing is, if I am not scheming and scamming and I'm not in over my head, I would say, yeah, here come my records. Yeah, pick up my little $29,000 in debt. Pick up my 30. I'm just throwing amounts. Pick up my 29 here, whatever your debt is. Yeah, this is what I owe, but it would not show that I am actively in over my head and I can't afford to pay what I owe. And so because I owe somebody, $900,000, but I want to act like I'm rich. You know what I'm saying? And then, oops, someone broke in the house. It's like, oh, but they didn't though. Oh, but what y'all said was stolen is in the house though. So I think the part that Wendy and Eddie are trying to make it seem as if they're focusing on, well, we're not financially in trouble, but did y'all stage the robbery? Did the police find items in your house that y'all said was stolen? Because even if y'all not in debt, you still reported stuff stolen that wasn't stolen, that it was in the house or y'all had already returned it. Yeah, and I think that's the point. They have frivolous debt, shopping debt, vacation debt, hanging out debt. trying to keep up with the Joneses' debt. Not, oh, I got laid off for 6 months and had to use my credit cards to keep shit afloat debt. Not my mama foot got cut off because Big Mama cooked with the lard, okay, and we had to pay for Big Mama's leg. It's not stuff that would make sense. It's not stuff that would make sense. It seemed like, well, yeah, I went and bought a Chanel bag, a Birkin bag, some new wigs, all these clothes, new titties, $100K on house renovations, and we spending up this money on credit cards. On credit cards. And ooh, let's just say, hey, the house got broken into, because the Get You Gotcha is not even about their financial status. It's about y'all said someone broke in your house, but there's no evidence that someone broke in. And the stuff y'all said was stolen was already returned to the store. They ain't even discussed that part yet. They're only focusing on the money part of it. But what about the items that y'all listed on the insurance claim saying it was stolen and they found that shit in your house? Where's that? Where is their response to that? Because that's a whole other part. That's a whole other part. Because they have been trying to say, their defense has been, why fake robbery? We wouldn't do that. So because that has been their narrative, the prosecution said, oh, because y'all broke. And not broke as in y'all don't have no money, but y'all broke as in y'all is in debt. And so the $450K would have been a whole bunch of money to get y'all out of whatever debt y'all had and had some pocket change too. And because their next court dates, so their trial, bitch, they're going to trial. The trial starts in April of 2026, and that's around the time the show starts shooting. They be shooting the show around May. So so at the reunion, she probably will not be able to say much about this case because the trial is not until next year. But next year, at the reunion, if she don't go to jail, that's when she would be able to say whatever. Okay, so we already know this season, this reunion, she probably would not be able to say much at all about this case because it's a trial coming up in the following year. So we already know that. But however, and that's if they make it to trial. They may take a plea deal. Who knows? Who knows? But Shy, I said, girl, them wigs, his suits, them wigs, his hoodies. It's so sad. Cause you ain't even look, I'm a firm believer in this. If you look, there are a lot of people who just don't have the extra money. You have money to sustain yourself and not be homeless or whatever. You pay off what you owe. Okay, that's fine. Once you start trying to break the law to get yourself out of debt, it's like, no, bitch, just file for bankruptcy. Okay, just file for bankruptcy. I will always suggest that people, before you try to fraudulently do stuff, please go file for bankruptcy. Okay, don't do, because it ain't worth going to prison. It ain't worth people not believing and being able to trust that what you're saying is true. If you can't just pay your debt off, either file for bankruptcy or just keep paying until, you know what I'm saying, send them $2 a month. Okay, if you owe $250K and you can't afford to pay it off, okay, fine. Go file for bankruptcy. Everybody have look, child time is hard. And we know that. I wouldn't look at anybody bad for that. But if y'all out here scheming and scamming and lying as if y'all got it, that's the part that's dumb. Because y'all ain't even doing it. You don't need a big ass house with a new ass kitchen. You don't need to spend $100K on a fucking new kitchen for what? If you can't afford it, for what? Does the kitchen work? Then leave it be, bitch. But getting $100K worth of credit to remodel a kitchen, but you don't have $100K to pay off that loan, it puts you in debt. Now, if you need $100K to save your life medically, go do that. Okay? But if you doing that shit for random ass reasons, like, what the fuck are you doing? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Thank you. But yeah, y'all, that's all I have today. Because again, everybody is being kind of dumb for no real reason. Okay, Ray J dumbness, Ice Spice dumbness. The only one up there ain't dumb is Megan. And maybe Porsha. Okay. But look, I hope y'all had a good time, child. These toxic men and their excuses and court drama is what we got into today. Okay. Now, depending on what happens tomorrow, again, I am off work until the 5th. So I will not have lives at 9 p.m. at night. I'll have lives earlier in the day because I'm at home. Okay. So y'all just tune in, child. Okay. Make sure to like and subscribe. Okay. Like and subscribe. All up and through here. Okay. And then tomorrow, I'm pretty sure at some time during the day, I will come and talk to y'all about something. Okay. I don't know what yet though. I don't know what. We're gonna see. But again, it's Christmas time. So, with Christmas and New Year. Okay, it's off work time. So whenever I'm off work, y'all know I'm on live more, come at home more. Okay, and I can come and sit and chit chat with y'all. So come on through and have a good time, or go watch the other lives that I did this week. Okay, go watch those, get into those. But for right now, I gotta go. Okay, I love you all. Have a good night, a good day, and until later on, bye.